Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
Morning.
I mean, anything is possible.
Yeah,
Just kind of have to.
kind of base my existence on that. But I don't know. Chill and.
there. Apparently, the person who sent me this, that was a balloon that they took a ride in for their 20th anniversary.
Nice.
So they managed to spot that balloon in their picture and sending that along. I also got like 3 different videos from Claire Wade Callahan. Are all 8 years in.
Lie. Well, you were years. Show.
Absolutely. And I mean, very micro. I mean, things that can happen at 50 feet off the ground, 10 feet off the ground. And when you get on this side of the road, you go this way, and on the other side of the road, you go the other way. I mean, yeah. So we've been attempting to get pilot's briefing on, and having a couple of audio issues over there. So I'm not sure we're going to get to pilot's briefing this morning. So we're going to do our own weather as we've been doing with you, and we're going to kind of carry on here. So Diane Kinderwater has made her way down onto the field this morning. So let's get started with Diane. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning, Diane.
I'm here. Good morning, New Mexico. Good morning, world. We are here with Balloon Fiesta Live, and they SAE fraternity from UNM. I got Alex right here, gentlemen. How many gentlemen do you have with you from your fraternity?
Sitting right here, we have about 15 guys, but in total, I think we brought like 25 with us. So, yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Las Cruces, New Mexico, so down south.
Where are you from?
I'm from Taos, New Mexico.
Taos.
I'm from Albuquerque.
Shout it out. Where are you from?
Argyle, Texas.
Argyle, Texas.
Taos.
Taos. And what does your fraternity stand for?
From here in Germany, so good afternoon.
Gentlemen, give everybody a big hug.
That you were talking about.
Oh yeah,
the side
right.
of the balloon.
Yeah.
They wanted to know the best
Filled
hats, hoodies. I didn't say sweatshirts.
I
Well, just said
noticed.
sweatshirts.
Had you been here to Balloon Fiesta?
Dawn.
And it was fun, to look at the balloons in front of us at the Dawn Patrol, and then you look behind us and see this.
And they come running into compounded.
Dad, what do you think of this event? What do you think of this event so far? And why did you?
Housekeeping.
And then a gorgeous view. Check out. Not only they watch,
They'll say, okay.
we're finally visiting from here in Germany. So good afternoon.
Hey, so Robin is also joining us from Germany too.
Yeah.
Good morning, New Mexico.
Some of them were some
at
folks
that.
last night when I went out to grab
In the filled. What you expect?
Balloon Fiesta.
What did you? So you?
I think they're
And cotton salsa. People. Hi, I'm.
already have a lot of balloons inflated right here on the first row. Got the text.
on the stage. We're like, the lack of rain here.
Getting started with some of the housekeeping. I can. Here's the new part of.
He wanted you to think that, but it
I'm
really had
sure
to do
he
with.
did.
Tam.
Tim,
She's from Vietnam, and I'm from here.
you're from Vietnam. Yes. You're from here, Albuquerque.
That's right, yes.
Is this your first Balloon Fiesta, Anne?
Yes, it is, yes. The first time. She waited for 50 years before she made it there.
Waited for 50 years to come to America, or for coming? I like your. Hi, my name is Dawn. Is it named after you? No.
Balloon Fiesta, and
I am very proud of my son. He is all about the balloon. Benji, you want to help?
you have showers, or even Virga, because that's really showers. There it is, off to the kind of the right side. You see it starting to fall down. That tends to cause some outflow, so that's when you get.
Grateful, the balloon.
Donato watching in Palm Beach.
You are a Comcast customer, then you can get us on Community Access Channel 27.
So we're being seen everywhere, and that's a good thing. And if you can't make it out here, that's the next best thing.
So don't forget to share this with your friends.
So it's part of that community outreach. It's part about, landowner relations. I was talking with Nancy Wirtz earlier in the week.
There's a great shot of your kids.
Yeah, there you go. And, you know, it's really important that you're a good citizen when you're out there as a pilot in command and making sure that you're watching out for not just decided to land right at the corner of West Side and Unser. So I pulled over and they saw me, and their social media team were like, hey, come on, get in the basket. So we had a lot of fun yesterday morning with the enchanted Horizons hot air balloon too.
One of the people on our YouTube said, is that Sir Mix-a-Lot? And I'm wondering what are they talking about? But in this shot, there it is in the lower right-hand corner. That sure appears like it's going to be the cement truck, brand new special shape last year. And so, yeah, and the nice thing about that is it flies around here quite regularly. So we get to see the cement truck in the sky here in Albuquerque a lot.
Yeah, I saw Chris Braden, the pilot in command of that balloon at registration, and he was telling me all about how many times he'd flown it and how it reacted, because, you know, flying a regular balloon is one thing. Flying a shape is a whole different world, to be quite honest with you.
Yes.
You know, I've done several over the years, and some of them make some very weird noises, and some of them take forever to get inflated because they're so massive. Wait, looking at someone getting ready to inflate there to go static. Let's see. That balloon right there is Cupid's Heart, getting ready to inflate, and it's flown by Adrian Held, and he's from Switzerland.
Always a favorite balloon. The Farmers Insurance, that's Rod Baca.
And the balloon that the ladies got in is right there to the left with the pennants flowing on it. Yep.
Yep. The company that sponsors Scott,
Iron Edge,
changed their name a couple of years ago. So I always keep wanting to refer to it by its old name, but.
Well, you know, it's funny, again, we're talking about people checking in, and the minute I mentioned my wife, my neighbor texted me, so it's just kind of funny. So good morning, Mark and Melanie Baumgartner there in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania.
So there you go. So we talked about having a drone shot when the balloons weren't flying. There
Awesome.
You are. So high above the rooftop studio, looking back down. So now you can definitely see Sir Mix-a-Lot, almost dead center in the screen, and then right above it, there's the Fiesta Gold balloon with ExxonMobil. Off to the rest of the Dawn Patrol and a couple of Krispy Kreme guys over there on the far there. See, they're just outside of that shot, so a little farther to the west. All right, so there's the new camera angle. We
Look at
already
the people.
saw the word.
Look at the people.
Yep, yep. And you see the red kind of in the lower right-hand corner. That was the tarp that they laid the balloon out on. Just kind of helps protect the fabric from anything that might be underneath the.
And because they're not going to take off and fly the flag, you can see his crew down there has gotten a bunch of kids to do the American flag, and they're waving it. So I think when we do the national anthem, that's a great part about, you know, ballooning. You can involve anybody. When I used to fly out here, if I landed in a neighborhood near a house and there were kids, I invited everyone over, and we just made a party of it. So. It's part of that community outreach. It's part about, you know, landowner relations. I was talking with Nancy Wirtz earlier in the week.
There's a great shot of your kids.
Yeah, there you go. And, you know, it's really important that you're a good citizen when you're out there as a pilot in command, and making sure that you're watching out for not just yourself and your crew, but basically the community of ballooning.
Right, exactly. So, and every report, every pilot and crew member that I talked to that participated in Albuquerque or Balloons Aloft yesterday said they had massive kid crowds and parents and stuff, and everybody was just thrilled.
And she's going to get mad at me, but if you look in the top right-hand corner there's a red Fiesta jacket. Those are our safety officials.
Right.
And there's Nita Courtney Bueno. She's telling people to what down there. So, good morning, Nita. She'll be angry at me now.
Is she the one just outside the?
She's right behind on the top right. They're having, I can't tell who she's speaking.
Oh, I see, yeah. Oh, with one of the other ones.
Nope, you got it. There you go.
There she is. Yep, I do see that. Yeah, the one with the jacket. The guy was back to us, and now we see her front.
I can't tell. That may be Dale Patton. I'm not really sure.
It looks like Dale.
No.
And then Lynn, one of the launch directors, the one with the zebra hats. So one of the assistant chiefs or whatever title they have, launch zone areas. So yeah.
3 local pilots there: Keith to catch a breeze, flying the General Mills banner, and then we talked about Sean Spiker and got wrenched, and then we have right to the left right there.
Derek Greenwood.
He and I refer to each other as doctor. We're not doctor where it started, but when we see each other, we always say, "Good morning, doctor."
So now we're
and I
communicate.
correct.
Yeah. So you get done what you need to get done. The national.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps.
Yep.
And I think we just created the largest thermal in New Mexico.
Yeah. You can feel that heat up here.
You can.
You can
look,
feel
and
that
look,
heat.
and that red of the sunrise. What an amazing view out here at Fiesta
Yeah.
Field. My goodness.
One of the longest all burns. Wow.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Incredible.
This is 53 of 53 for me, and that was probably the most incredible flyover that I've seen.
Incredible. With the Chile Flight Express flying over. Great rendition of our national anthem by Deanna Richards. And of course the all burn to honor America. Balloon standing. You saw it all right here on Balloon Fiesta Live. That's that'll make the highlight reel for sure. Yeah. Now the idea is for the Chile Flight Express. I believe they're going to do the same thing. Again, they haven't all briefed all of us. They usually, after they do that flyover, which we just saw, and then they kind of circle around, come back from east to west, and we'll do a split view over the field. We'll watch for that while we head down and check in with Diane.
So I have here Orvin Olivier from
Sioux Falls,
South Dakota, and he is so proud to have flown at least 50 or 51 of our 53 years at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Orvin?
I started when I was very young, seriously, but I was working for Raven Industries at the time, which was a major balloon builder back then, and I was in the balloon sales and marketing department for Raven, and I was their chief pilot.
But 50 years, what are some of the highlights, the few highlights? And I know you've flown in China. Where else?
Well, I've flown in China, Inner Mongolia, Japan, several countries in Europe. A few years back, we flew at the Arctic Circle in Finland during summer solstice.
How is that? Can you describe that for me?
Well, the Arctic Circle is not very well populated. It's huge water and a lot of forest. And we were Should we just wait a minute? Oh, we were just launching at the end of a lake that was 25 miles long at midnight, launching at midnight. And I said, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I have no idea where I'm ever going to land and never be found again.
That might have been it for you, Orvin, right? But you're back here at Albuquerque's International Balloon Fiesta.
Yes, this is so special. You know, the fiesta is tremendous, but after this many years, we're all friends, and it's the people that really make it for us at this point in time. So.
We're right here at H4, and you had your friends coming up congratulating you this morning. What makes this H4, this H row so special?
Well, this row is dedicated to just several of our friends. We all get to be together every year here, and we have tailgate parties and do everything together. But we've been doing this so long now that it's just a family affair. It really is.
And what about the public? Has the public changed over the years? Has Fiesta changed over the years?
Oh, of course. Well, what has really changed is Albuquerque as a city. You know, back in '75 when I first came here, it was wide open, and we had all these places to land and do things. And now Albuquerque's become a big city, and the landing spots are fewer and stuff. So it's much more challenging to fly nowadays. But
what about the public? What about the event itself? How has it changed?
Oh, it's huge, and it's great. It's the most spectacular event in the world, period. There's nothing like it anywhere in the world.
The most spectacular event in the world, period, and you've been around the world, Orv.
We've been very fortunate, yeah.
Thank you so much. We at Balloon Fiesta Live appreciate you, your comments, and what you offer to the public here and to the spectators. Thank you, Orv. Appreciate you. Thanks.
Are we off the air?
We're not off the air. We're never off the air. We're always off the air. Back to you at the studio.
No, I was going to tell you about when everybody was burning their burners. Let's give you an idea of the power of these burners. My furnace at my house puts out 85,000 BTUs heat. BTUs being British thermal units, measurement of heat. So my furnace is 85,000 BTUs of heat. These two burners, 32 million. 32 million BTUs of heat.
It's the hottest place to be on Earth, right here at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Now we're off the air, Orv.
Thanks, Diane. Thanks, Irv. Orv, give our congratulations and thanks to him as well. So a number of things happened while we were talking to Diane. We saw the flyover with another all burned by the pilots. Now we're with JB Aiken, our mobile cam. JB was going to fly the camera for us today, but he's at least going to go ahead and set the balloon up. I did just get some confirmation on a couple of things as well. We are going to do a static display, and I got some details about why. So while we've talked about it's really calm here on the ground, at 500 feet above the ground, it's already 11 miles an hour, almost 12. And at 1,000 feet off the ground, which is where we're supposed to be flying, it's 20-mile-an-hour winds. So right on the ground, we're good, but you don't have to go very high, and it gets windy, very windy. In fact, someone on the feed is pointing out that all the smoke from the chilly flyover went away really quick. So that's what's happening up there. In fact, even just looking at the clouds are moving away too. So it's all about the winds above, but that's going to make for a really cool static display here on the ground. We'll get all the balloons stood up, and so we will, in fact, now that we've gotten through the national anthem and our balloon of the day, we're seeing balloons stand up all over the place. There's Duke City. We talked about Sir Mix-a-Lot. Chris Brayton does have that balloon standing up.
That's a real heavy balloon, too.
It is.
You know, as a pilot, we're both pilots, when you think about those types of wind speeds, you get a lot of people out here that get disappointed, but we want this to be the safest operations possible. As you're flying, the rule of thumb is to have a safe landing, you need about 1,000 feet for every knot of wind to land safely. So if you think about 20 miles an hour,
right,
you would probably need about 5 miles worth of open space to land properly. When you have 500 balloons in the air, there are not 5-mile tracks, as Orvin was speaking earlier. Back in the day, you had 20 miles of open space that you could land. That's not the case anymore around here. So again, the safety team here, they take huge precautions in making sure that everybody is safe, because we want to have an enjoyable event. And back to Orvin a little bit, I met him years ago. He came up to me. We had rebuilt a balloon. I'm not sure if it's here this year. I don't believe that it is. It was Retro Bird back in the day, flown by Tony Polito. It was a remake of the old Ed Black's balloon that everyone, if you
yellow
grew up here
one with the blackbird.
with the blackbird, if you knew about that, Orvin said, "Hey, I got something for you." You know, he was there in Raven Industries forever. That was where the first balloon was made. He actually gave me the original test inflation photograph.
Oh, cool.
Of that balloon. So
cool. Many
thanks many years ago, but we've stayed in touch, and he's a wonderful individual and a jewel in the ballooning community.
Yes. Yeah. So a minute ago we saw the drone shot, and I was thinking, you know, when you come out to the field, everybody comes out and they hang out along Main Street, and that would have been the perfect shot if he's still up there and we get that drone shot. Here's all the crowd. Look, they're all there on the right-hand side of the field between the tents and those first balloons. But if you were to zoom out just a little bit, you don't have to look out very far, and look at all the green grass that's out there. So if you want to kind of get away from the crowds when you come out, don't just hang out by the tents there. Move out to the west and get out in among the balloons, and you'll have a lot better space. So I just saw that someone said that JB is their brother-in-law. They'll be here on Wednesday.
All right.
So yeah. So we were talking about Firefly baskets, also known as balloon works and barns and all that kind of stuff. Triangular baskets, and they also have those rattan type uprights which hold the burner up and connect everything together. But he's so excited to be able to fly the camera and put the banners on his basket. He's just, yeah.
Well, I flew Fireflies for years.
You did?
So people understand there are 3 points where the balloon's going to attach. And if you guys want to go back and look at that on the uprights there, those supports that go up on the 3 sides actually go up underneath the basket. So when I would do my briefing for the passengers, I would say, you know, keep your hands away from here. And here's the deal. If one of these goes, it's okay, we'll fly a little sideways. If 2 of them goes, it's going to be a little bit tricky. But if they all 3 go, we should have bought a lottery ticket. That's how safe these things are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And there you can see.
I know the tanks down in the corners, yeah.
Come in handy sometimes when you're coming in a fast landing. You can like shove people in behind the tanks, and it stops them from bouncing out.
I only flew a Firefly a couple times. So there's the UNM balloon. Chick-fil-A is deflating.
Cherry on top. And unfortunately, the Lobos had a misfortune yesterday at San Jose State. They lost their football game, but they'll be back next week here at home.
And the balloon looks great.
And the balloon looks great.
Diane, up to you, down to you, over to you.
Okay. I've got Karina and Glenn from Arkansas, and they flagged me down. And you said, what did you say, Karina?
I said I've been watching you on Facebook Live and on your show, and I wanted to know, what do we need to be doing while we're here?
And I said, how did you know to watch Balloon Fiesta live all the way from Arkansas?
I have been watching online for years. I've been wanting to come for years.
And the show is pretty informative?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew where to go and where to park and things like that, so it was helpful.
And you saw me with my crazy hat.
All the balloons you've been visiting all this morning, watching the Dawn Patrol conversations and everything.
Well, where? On your phone right now? On your cell?
Yeah.
Where's your cell? Oh, so you're on the field. That's the best way.
Yeah.
No, show me.
Driving up here, I was watching you Facebook Live, so we knew what we were missing and what was going on. Because the lines are long.
Let me see it on your phone.
Well, I don't have it up right now.
Oh, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
There. Oh, look it.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Show it to her. We just saw you on Facebook Live.
I love that.
On Balloon Fiesta Live, you were just on there, Corinne.
Yeah. And now everyone has seen us, so join us.
Yeah. So there still is plenty to do.
Yeah.
There is still plenty to do. And again, you're going to be a faithful viewer of Balloon Fiesta Live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful young lady. Thank you so much. And you need to bring your own coffee and everything.
All because of your tips.
You're adorable.
Thank you.
You're adorable. Thank you.
She's got it figured out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to
Balloon Fiesta Live.
Appreciate that.
Online and on air.
There you go.
247-365.
Yeah. So, yeah. So for those of you just joining us, we are not actually going to fly this morning. We're going to stand all of our balloons up and do a wonderful static display here on the field. If you're on the field, you'll be able to wander amongst all the balloons and see them. Get up close and personal because they're not going to fly away from you today.
Not today, no.
Nope.
See Al Nels in Perfect World, is that right?
Yeah, the new World balloon from the 50th. Jewel Cutter built that. I actually got to meet Al yesterday. It's like, I know of you. I mean, I've certainly know of you. And he says, well, I've certainly heard of you. You're a legend. And I thought, wow, I don't think of myself as that.
I believe he's a two-time world champion, if I'm not mistaken.
And yeah, he's got all kinds of those championship deals. I can't keep everybody's records straight.
Well, speaking about a champion,
yeah,
we have on our stage here from the board of directors, John Davis, champion of ballooning in New Mexico for
Good morning.
eons. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, John. Thanks for coming up and joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, what do you think about especially that opening ceremony, huh?
Absolutely spectacular. You know, it's a beautiful morning. There, you know, a little wind, but that still doesn't.
But it's
take,
high. It's
yeah.
not windy here.
I know. You're behind a big shade here too. It's going to get a little windy later on, but it is windy aloft, and unfortunately, I know a lot of people don't see it because you can't see it. You know, looks great.
One of our viewers pointed out that the smoke from the Chile Flight Express went away really fast.
Yes, it did.
And we just gave the wind speeds up there. So yeah, so there's a little bit of visualization of that. John, you've been here with Balloon Fiesta for a very long time now, and lots of capabilities, and longtime member of the board of directors. What's really happening? What still excites you? Let's do it that way.
You know, I think it's still the flight of the balloons. You know, you can't be unhappy around balloons, and I think that's one of the great things is you can go out on the field and you don't see any frowns. Well, there may be a couple of grouches out there, but you know, usually everybody is smiling. The kids are great. I think that's one of the most wonderful things is to see the children and see them. You know, of course, we all still do that, I think, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. Looking up, mouth open, etc. And actually, we're now looking down. I don't know if you can see that shot, but we have our drone up, so you can actually look down on the field. Just get step over a little bit, so we can see how we're getting the.
Yeah.
You know, there was a Saturday a few years ago that we had everybody standing up. We got some incredible pictures. This is a day we're going to do that again.
We got some better pictures. I don't know how many people are. It looks like most of them are going to stand up, which is great.
Yeah, well, from that drone, yeah, they're throughout the entire field. Because again, we talked about this when we launch in waves, so we only have 4 or 5 rows standing up at a time, and as they fly away, others do.
And today we've got them all standing up at once.
It's going to be a great day.
And I think, well, it's kind of like a balloon glow when the crowd can go out and wander through the balloons and see them standing up, and not have to worry about being in the way of somebody taking off or anything. Now they can go out and look at the balloons, talk to the pilots. The pilots are more than happy to explain what's going on in the balloon and around them. So it's a beautiful morning for that.
It is. Tell me a little bit about the board of directors. What do they do?
Stand around and look pretty.
Okay. All right. Thanks, John. Thanks for coming up.
There are 24 of us. We're all volunteers. We're part of just about 1,000 volunteers that are involved in making the fiesta happen. Really, have what I think 1,000 plus the board and plus about 20 some in the staff in the office and make this all happen. And it's amazing that we can put all this together with that small number of people.
It is. It is. Everybody who puts a lot of hours in throughout the year.
Yeah.
You know, we're announcing the 2026 theme on Monday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 2026 is already underway, and we're only at the first hour of 2025.
Well, you know, part of it is the planning that has to go on.
Yeah.
You know, it looks, when we step out the door this morning, it looks perfect. You know, and it looks seamless, and those of us on the inside can see the warts, but they're not a big problem. And so we can go on and say, okay, we've done this well this year, and here we go again.
John Davis, Board of Directors member, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for your support
having
me this morning.
For Balloon Fiesta Live. Appreciate that.
Thanks, John.
So we're getting an opportunity to see inside the balloon. Again, there's JB, and he's looking inside. He's got his balloon. They got the fan on, the inflator fan, putting cold air or cooler air, ambient air into the balloon. He's checking the lines, making sure that everything is untangled. As they get lots more air in there, then he'll turn the burners on, heat the air up, the balloon will stand up, and he will join the static display.
Yep.
And here's your view from the crown line. That gentleman is holding a rope that is attached to the top center of the balloon. He's there for stabilization when they actually stand the balloon up. And then when it comes time to deflate the balloon, he'll help pull that back down. So he just got the thumbs up from the pilot that they're about to put heat in the balloon. He responded with a thumbs up that he was ready. So we'll watch that balloon come up as we get all kinds of balloons standing up. So while we watch that, we have our balloon meister, Henry Rosenbaum, joining us here on the set this morning. Good morning, Henry.
Good morning, Art.
Good morning, sir.
Ted, good morning.
How
and
are
to
you?
your crew. Good morning to your crew as well.
Hey, thanks for being here. So explain to folks what's going on today. We've tried, but we're going to get it from you.
One, it's a fantastic day. Can't think of the first time I've been up here where I can wear a short sleeve shirt.
It's
this
amazing,
early in the morning. So the weather is fantastic. When you look out behind me, seeing the balloons just standing on the ground looks fantastic. Everybody's wondering why we're not flying.
Right.
I'm sure you've been telling everybody the winds aloft are just not the right conditions to be flying our balloons. But the winds on the surface are allowing us, at least for a short time, to be able to display the balloons. And sometimes the public likes that even better. Because
I think so.
Many times I hear folks say, hey, look at that balloon, I want to go see it. And by the time they get over there, it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, now they have the opportunity to walk over there, see it, talk with the crew. So it's fantastic. So we've done this once before. This will be our second time doing it. So I encourage all the pilots, I want to see more balloons being displayed than we did back in 22.
Right, we were just talking with John
Yes.
about that we had we had some great shots. We've got our drone up. You can see the field is starting to populate if you want to just peek around there.
Yeah, I do see that, yes.
Yeah, so we're starting to peek around. They're starting to stand up. And what about that opening ceremony, huh?
National anthem, yeah. So the fact that we were not having balloons being prepared to fly, because normally you've got balloons inflating during the national anthem.
Yes.
That allowed everybody to do the all burn. So we encouraged everybody, and everybody did it. And then to do the second all burn when they flew and did the second pass.
Amazing.
It's just amazing. I told my crew over on the stand over there, I said, let's see what happens when the American airline flies over if they do an all burn for that as well. So, but anyway.
If he'd get down low like Chili Flight did,
yes.
They could probably do it.
Yeah,
I told Art that was probably the largest thermal that we've seen in this part of the country in quite some time.
And I'll get some video from the Chili Flight folks, and I'll share that with you.
Excellent.
I've seen some previous years, and it looks fantastic. So,
Excellent.
Hey, you know, it's the first day. We're so excited to be here. We have thousands of people, viewers, that are wanting to be here. You know, myself, I've got crew that are back home that want to be here. I've got family that want to be here. So we want to give a shout out to those folks to say, one, a lot of them are supporting us and allowing us to be here by doing things back at home. So thank you. We miss you. But we're putting on a great show. We're glad you're being able to watch it, whether it's live or watch it later when you're recording it. And I got to give a special shout out. This year I got a little grandbaby, a one-year-old granddaughter. So I want to say hi to Deanna. We love you. She probably doesn't realize what's going on yet, but one day she'll be out here walking around collecting pins, and maybe one day flying a balloon as well.
When she's 16 and flying, we'll show that video where we shouted out when she was 1.
That's right. Yes.
That's it.
So Henry, can you tell the viewers, when does your morning start?
So this morning, my alarm clock went off at 2:45. I was out of my trailer at 3 o'clock, which I stay on site, so that's nice. And then I was down at our briefing trailer about 3:15. The weather team arrived at 3. And they're gathering data. They're making their own analysis. They're putting up our own weather balloons. Our first briefing with the Fiesta staff and some board members was at 4 o'clock. And then we have other meetings at 4:45, the main briefing for all the pilots and the crew at 6 o'clock. So in short, yeah, we start early. We get a lot of preparation the night before. but it starts early. But we know what we signed up for, so it's not a surprise. They didn't knock on the door and say, hey, you got to get up this early. But we love it. It's so fantastic, even for us. Even though we don't get to fly, we get to be part of this magnificent show and put it on. See the smiles on faces. Everybody that comes out here, their kid inside of them is being displayed.
Absolutely.
You can see that in the smiles and the happiness. You know, we used to say it was a Kodak moment, but now it's just a fantastic opportunity to take video and videos and share those back to the world. So, and thank y'all for what y'all are doing, you and your crew. Y'all got long days too and long nights, and it's not just the thousands of people that are on the field today. Now it's the thousands and millions of people that will see this show live and later. So thank you.
You bet. Henry, thanks for coming by and joining us. Hopefully we'll see you a few more days this week to keep us up to speed on
I
things.
definitely will. And as always, I've got the Balloon Meister pen.
Oh,
I'm
excellent.
gonna make sure that I'm gonna set it here, make sure the two of y'all got it. I've also got some for your crew.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Henry. We'll
Thank
get
you
you the Balloon Fiesta Live and announcer pins as well.
Thank you.
Part of the trade stuff that goes on.
It is that, yes.
All right.
Thank you both.
Thanks, Henry. Henry Rosenbaum, Balloon Meister, down to the field with Diane.
Turn that down a little bit. It's kind of
If
loud.
we were at a football game, I'd say I was with a bunch of cheeseheads.
Wisconsin!
Because I got folks here from the great state of Wisconsin. But they're not. Are you still a cheesehead even though we're not at the football game, Lynn?
We're still cheeseheads wherever we go.
Go Pack Go.
We are like really close to each other. Oh my God.
Cheese curds even cooler. So I have Lynn and 3 pilots.
Got our chase crew
Terry,
down there.
Joel, a student pilot, Becky, all from Wisconsin. Jill Playman, my good friend. Hi. And we have the crew with Check Up. Check Up.
This
Why
is
your balloon called Check Up?
crazy.
Well, this balloon
Loving this wind
check balloons out of the Czech Republic.
though. Probably should
2
refill
years old,
my
and my
the
family,
burner.
to my mom's side of the family, she's 100% Czech, and so I'm half Czech. So I thought Check Up would be kind of an appropriate name.
And partly Check Up. It's spelled. We can see how it's spelled. CZECH up. But what does it also Check Up refer to?
A doctor's appointment if I go get my checkup at the physician's office, right?
But why would you have a balloon named after a checkup?
That's the pilot. He's very creative in his words and his thoughts.
Well, I think because you're in the medical field.
I am in the medical field, yes I am. So I guess that would be a checkup, wouldn't it?
I guess I'm telling the pilot why his balloon is called Check Up. Okay. Actually, my friend Jill Playman told me that's because you were in the medical field, just so you know.
Got it.
First time pilot here at Fiesta. You've been a spectator for 2 years. What do you think of this event?
Well, it's pretty awesome. Looking forward to actually getting the balloons in the sky.
And we know it takes a family to do this. It takes friends. And you're hosting these folks, some of these folks, aren't you, Jill?
Yes, some of them. And at the house, yes.
Yeah. So they're not just always at hotels or Airbnbs, but at personal homes. So that makes it easy, doesn't it? And this is your cousin Barb?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Barb.
Been here one time before, so it's awesome to be back, and it's so wonderful to have family in town to share it with.
Very nice. And what would you like to say, Terry?
I want to say it's nice to have a community here. We're going to have a good time. We'll bring the balloons up and hope everyone has a good time and enjoys the view. I've been on the other end watching at home, so it's fun to be here. And I've watched you live for years. I followed you.
You've watched Balloon Fiesta live for years.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, I can't be here. It's the next best thing to being here, and you guys do an awesome job covering with the footage. And there's someone out there talking about the pilots and their names and promoting the sport. So yeah.
The next best thing to being here is the Balloon Fiesta live. Everybody, wave back to Wisconsin. Go Packers! Go Minnesota Vikings!
Diane's going to start a war down there on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. This is really
This is going to be a really cool day. Yeah. Well, we all love to be flying, to be able to see, and I mean, just look at this. We just don't get the opportunity to see this many balloons standing up at the same time. Yeah, look at every time we go back to that shot, there's more balloons standing up.
Yeah, and that's the kind of life. Remember this. iconic photo from the 70s out at Sims Field that they took.
Yes.
As a child growing up in town, someone took the photograph and it was on placemats and posters and so on and so forth. So really cool to see
those
that.
are still around. Every so often those resurface, and that picture resurfaces. Yep. Yeah, typically taken from a plane or something like that, but yeah, to be able to have this, what a great day. And the sun is now up and hitting the balloons, so the colors are starting to pop on the balloons.
We even have a cloud hopper here. Nobody knows what that is. That's where a single pilot will strap themselves into that little seat, and they will go up and enjoy a flight all by their lonesome.
There's the seat. Yeah, with the seat belt. The tank is on the back. Yeah. Someone just discovered a cloud hopper, don't you think?
And those are about 35 to 40,000 cubic feet, much smaller than the normal balloon. In some cases, some of these larger ride balloons out here, you could fit one of those inside of it. And I was actually having a conversation with a couple of staff members from Fiesta yesterday. We were out at Joe Harris, and Beth Rice-Smith was out there, and we were having this discussion about, back in the day, there was a balloon called the Big One.
I know where you're going with this.
Sid Cutter.
Yeah.
And I guess Paul Smith and James Avery had a wild idea of putting a balloon inside of a balloon and flying.
it.
And they actually did it.
They did it.
And I was looking for that video, and I know I have it somewhere, so I will eventually get it. But it's pretty amazing.
It absolutely is amazing. I actually have a copy of that video.
I think Jim and Beth were flying the big one, and then you had
Paul was in the little one up inside.
And what they did was when the big one was on its side, there was a turning vent. They went in on the side of that and inflated the smaller balloon about the size of a cloud hopper.
Yeah,
that's where I was going with that.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, and you know, I was at the FAI Hall of Fame induction. The FAI, the Federal, and I never can say it right. Actually, Federal Aeronautique Internationale. It's the ballooning commission organizing area all across the world. Yeah, there's how he would sit inside that. Oh yeah, come on, sit in my lap.
Yeah, that kid's like, no way, I don't want to go anywhere. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, and the balloon is obviously standing up because you see the lines going up. So I was there, and they were talking about the early balloonists and how they were heroes and explorers and those types of things. And that's really what a lot of the early days was. Oh, can we fly a balloon inside a balloon? Can we fly a balloon across the mountains? Can we fly a balloon across the oceans? Can we fly a balloon around the world? People had these dreams, these ideas, and then worked to make that happen.
Well, even back in the 70s, Ben Abruzzo and Maxie Anderson used to take up hang gliders under balloons, if you remember that.
Oh, right, yeah.
They would go up and they would launch and they would let them go over the field. And
well, the whole double eagle going across the Atlantic, Larry Newman was supposed to hang glide off, so
they had to let that go for ballast, so they made it to France.
So they didn't quite get
I don't think he was real happy about it, but they made it to France.
They did.
There's Tom McConnell in the Zia balloon. Well, I guess I'm looking at the feed. I apologize.
Well, he was just there, yeah, because the feed's just slightly behind, just that whole processing thing. There's the Fidelity Investments and Farmers Insurance, which we talked about. Meow Wolf right in the middle. Rax balloon is that yellow one. You can't see the logo. The yellow piece up there, that's Rax. Frankie? I think Frankie's flying that one. Yeah, Frankie's.
There's a great shot right there because they're not lying with that dollar sign on the balloon. So own and operate one of these, no matter if you buy it used or new, you will be spending some money every single year.
And the penguins were right there. Yeah, look right through there. All you see is balloons. This is cool. Pan it through there.
I believe that's Dawn Song.
Dawn Song. That's 3. I think it's Dawn Song 3.
Right.
Which means they've had about 3 versions of it.
Don Martinelli is a local pilot from Albuquerque.
So I thought, the banner of the husband and wife lawyer team in town. They've been doing a whole lot of advertising. Good to see them on a balloon. Scott Hutchison has his kind of the gold balloon.
There's JB.
There's JB.
And again,
people in the basket.
This is a great time if you're out on the field and you're listening to us. Go up and see a pilot and get some great photographs with your kids or with yourselves, inside or outside the balloon.
And then, get the picture. Yeah, Yeah, because if you're going to fly, you're going to put your passengers in and you're going to fly away. So you're going to stay.
Duluth. I'm right at the bridge near the mall. I'm currently on Lewiston side. Don't know if I'll get in here or I might cross the other side, but near the bridge near the mall.
All right, thank you very much.
there. Okay, folks, I'm crossing the river. Going to take another shot at the big farm. Number of spots.